Okie dokie. Right. So good evening, everybody. Just like what I was saying earlier, this is our last meeting, right, for Outlook. And On the different submissions that you have, I could see that you guys are gaining a lot more skills, like in Outlook, right? So I am really, really proud of you guys, right? So today, right? So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Outlook tips and tricks, right? So the objective of today is basically looking into some techniques, right? Okay, such as, right? Okay, if you are on two time zones, or you wanted to you're traveling, and your calendar is in your laptop, and you want to be able to see the two time zones, right? You can actually set that up, right, in calendar option. So I'll show you how to do that. And
That'll be
also,
perfect for me.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and also there's different things that you can adjust, right? Okay, like the start of the day, the start of your week, right? So that you want to monitor to be in your calendar. So another thing that's really exciting, and I'm not sure if you tried it already. I think I showed this to one of your a couple of one or a couple of your classmates, which is basically how you do dictation. You can actually do dictation if you have a microphone, though, and if you enable it, right? So I'm going to show you how to enable dictation in Outlook. Actually, it's a Microsoft Office feature, Outlook 2016, which is dictations. It works pretty well. So next is I want to show you a way for you to search some folder, or create a search folder, right? So it's pretty cool how you can create a search folder, and you don't really have to and name it a certain criteria, so that it's showing up only emails coming from your boss or somebody else. You don't even have to do a search. Just open up that folder, and that folder is pointed to the right criteria. So I use that a lot, so that I don't have to like keep on like searching, right? Okay, on emails that was sent by different people who I'm tracking, right? Their emails. So that search folder, and then we're gonna go into search window. Have you ever tried to search for something and you can't find it, and you want to go hone into specific things, right? Okay, searches, and one way of doing that is to use search window. So it's sort of hidden a bit. So I'll show you. I will identify which part of it. You have to click somewhere first before you can go to it. But I'm going to show you manual search as opposed to using search tools, okay, on your search window. Then there is wanted mail, and there's unwanted mail, which is spam or junk mail. So how do you block those junk mail, right? So, and could that be automated? Yes, you can, but it has pros and cons. So I'm going to show you what those are. Next is I want to show you a little bit of shortcut of. I remember before I showed you how to create a from an email. How can you create a contact from your email, which is basically dragging? I'm going to show you a different way. If you want to share a certain contacts with your colleague, right? Maybe one sees, no, not like a lot, right? Okay, let's say your boss wants somebody's contact, and you created that person on your contact already. You can actually share that through business card, right? That's through attach items. So notice that within, right, the specific things that I'm reading, we're gonna be doing today. I also have these things where you have like what to click to go into that, right? So this will be like your cheat sheet, just in case later on, right, you forget how to go to things. Okay, I try to make things simple by okay, showing you like where to go and what to click in order to get to that specific function of Outlook. Also, right, today we're gonna be working on how to delay or delivery of your email. Now, there's a couple of people whenever I present this, and they say why, right? Why do you want to delay the sending of your email? So it's more a one legit that I heard, which is more towards somebody who tends to forget somebody's birthday, right? Okay, or somebody's anniversary. Okay, why not automate that by sending an email, right? Okay, to be delivered on that day, right? So it's sort of like cheating, but I'll show you, right? Okay, it's usually used by.
Well, wait. It also can be a reminder to somebody that doesn't remember things, like
Mm-hmm.
your daughter, that, hey, don't forget you have an appointment.
Yeah.
Send her a reminder, or to yourself, because sometimes you don't have time to look at your calendar every day.
Yes.
This way you're reminding yourself or somebody,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, we got to plan for this trip, or we got to do this, so don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Yeah.
send a couple reminders.
Yeah, they're very, very important for really busy people, but it goes beyond like reminder. It actually sends an email, right? Yeah, so you just want to make sure that you know that the email was sent, right? So, because somebody might say like, "Thank you for your greeting," and you say, "What?" Right? So anyway, right? Okay, it's a way for you to delay delivery, right? Okay, and I even put a video there, okay, so which talks about that. Okay, and next is in a lot like different parts of in my career, right? Maybe there's a couple, like maybe 10 people, like higher up managers or C level managers or supervisors who come rushing to the IT office, and they first is, okay, how can you recall an email? I accidentally click it, right? Do you have you encountered that? Right, so you can actually recall, right? Okay, and there's certain criteria, okay, that you have to follow in order for you to be able to recall. One is that person that you send an email to should not have opened it yet, right? So, but you can recall sent email if you sent it accidentally, right? So, next is request delivery receipt. Have you ever had like somebody who you email and then you email and then they say, right, okay, no, I didn't receive it, right? So you well, this is sort of like it's not foolproof, but you can actually request it delivery or read receipt, right? So the read receipt, okay, might not work that that great, but the delivery, okay, works that great, which is when your email is delivered to the person, okay, it gives you a receipt that it's delivered. So there's a function called quick step, and the quick step is basically a way for you to create automation in Outlook. So some of the things that we discussed so far is like emailing to your team, like emailing to more than one people, or maybe email to your manager. Let's say you email, these are things that you might be doing a couple of times, emailing to your team or emailing into to your manager. This could be actually automated, that you can click that quick step and it will email your team as well as create a folder where your email can go into. So there's some automation, right, okay, built in to Outlook that you can do more than one step by just clicking only one link. So so that's pretty cool, like how that works, right? Next is you can actually drag emails or appointments to your desktop. And I've seen this done before because like emails need to be um, put offline, meaning when I say offline, out of your email system, so that somebody can track how things was going back and forth. So you know, it's some yeah, there's some workflow that's more useful. So you can actually drag things out of your email, right, and put it on your desktop or put it on a folder. You could do that. Uh, in number 12, okay, I'm going to show you how to use your calendar. Okay, but more advanced feature or shortcuts to using your calendar, which is called the go-to. So you can actually, you know, go to a specific day, go to 2 weeks from now, go to first Friday of May, that kind of thing, and your Outlook can understand that. Number 13, I'm going to show you how to create a template. This is pretty cool because you can like do another automation. Let's say you are emailing a lot of people, with common stuff, right? So let's say you have a business, and every month you have to email them. You know, either be accounts receivable type of emails, or a greeting to everybody because you have a business, right? So some emails tend to be lengthy, right? And you might want to create just a template, and reuse that template to different people. So you can create templates in an Outlook. I'll show you how to do that. And the easiest way to apply those different templates is to create a shortcut in your desktop or somewhere else. I'll show you that too. The steps are here at the bottom. Next is, have you seen like an email with a black background? You can actually change, the color of the background of your Outlook if you want to. Okay, and I'll show you that. Um, Last but not the least, right? Okay, number 15 is voting button. Now, because we don't belong to the same domain, because that's the prerequisite, I'm gonna test it with you guys, see if it works, right? Okay, but it's with the intention that when you are in the industry and you have one domain, meaning like, you know, IBM.com or Google.com, you belong to that, right? Okay, you can use this option of sending an email and people will say yes or no. And you can go track who said yes and who said no, right? So we'll see if it works, right? So that's why I put it on the very last, right? Okay, because the last time I used this in the industry on Outlook 2013, it didn't work, right? So
You seem to give us a lot of homework for the last week of school, bud.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
this is a lot
here,
more
right?
work than, no, no, no. Is this our
Oh,
final
Right
two?
here, all
Wait
right?
a minute. Is this our
Yeah.
final two? Because,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Here's the thing, all right? Okay, I want to make sure that you guys have what skills that you need when you go out in the industry. I'm okay delaying the finals, right? Okay, delaying the submission of the finals, but I just want to make sure that, you know, like any instructor, okay, that wishes the best for their students, that you would know these things when the time comes that you need it. It's like all pure intentions. Yeah, Denise, is that okay? All right, okay,
Whatever.
yeah. All right, so
Okay, so suggestion.
yeah,
Next time you do this class, don't put all
so
of it at the end.
okay, but this is really easy because these are like shortcuts. This is supposed to make things easy, right? Okay, of the things that you've learned so far. All right, so let me show you, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the side for now, right? Okay, and actually, you know what? Leave it here because this is what I'm following. I'm just gonna open up, right? Okay, Outlook. Right. So the first thing is working with calendar option to create calendar with two time zone. The key would be calendar file option calendar. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna open up my Outlook real quick here. This is on my other window. Right. Okay. And I'm gonna go into calendar. Right. Okay. And then file option, and then file option calendar. Right. So again, how I went there is file right here, and option comes up, and calendar, right? So advanced features, okay, usually would be on options. right, which is started through file. You could see here that the specific thing that I created is under time zone. So initially there would be your initial time zone, which is this, which is Pacific time. If you want to create another time zone, you just have to check this, show a second time zone. Now from there, you have to know what time zone would that be related to. Now, Philippines is the same as Beijing, Hong Kong. We have the same time zone. So I just chose that and then just label that as PH. Okay, and you could swap time zone, okay, one primary, one secondary. But when you click OK, what it does is
What
there's
if you don't know what the time zone is?
Oh, you just have to. For me, I just Googled it, right? So when you Google it, it will tell
Oh my
you which.
God.
Yeah, it will tell you that's important, right? Okay, that it's aligned, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can see here though that I have a California, right? And the PH is for Philippines, right? So now you're working with time zone, right?
Oh, well, that's pretty cool.
Right? Yeah, it's actually like not taught a lot. The only time I taught this is somebody asked me in Salesforce, because in Salesforce they're like communicating all
Well,
over
with
the
New York
world.
from here, yeah.
Yeah, all over the world. It's not only like nationwide, right? So that's time zone. Pretty easy, right? Okay. So next thing that I want to show you is
I know you're
dictation.
showing that just for me. I knew it.
Yeah.
Just for me. I appreciate you so much.
You are welcome, right? So it's pretty awesome how that works, so that you know which
Joanna,
yeah, which time, right? So dictation. This is pretty awesome. Watch this, right? So dictation can be enabled. Usually it's enabled already, right? As a default when you install Office 2016. Sometimes though, it is not, right? So I made sure that I showed you like where to enable that just in case. It's called Office Intelligence Service, and that's under File option, right? So let me just open up my Outlook again. And then from here, I'm just gonna go into mail because that's where I'm gonna do the demonstration. Okay, and go in as creating a new mail, and it's the screen. It's right here, right? So if I go into file option, and you have your, oh, you got to be on the main screen. Sorry, you got to be on the main option, right? So not from the message. You go file option, and
Office right here. Here.
somebody saw it already. There you go. Okay, you saw it. Yes, under general, right? Under general, right? Okay, Jamie, that's you, right? You saw it.
Yes, man.
Yeah, eagle eyes, right? Okay, so it's right here. Enable services, right? So Office Intelligence Service, and just put a check on that enable services. I think what, double check. Okay, if that's also there. It seems to be there also earlier. File, options, right? Okay, and general. There you go. You have to go to general, then enable services, right?
Also, you had to go to message first and then general.
No, so my it was correct when I went into just the main one.
Okay.
So from the main window, you go file,
Yeah.
then go to option, and it's defaulted as general,
Okay.
right? The only difference between that and when you go to mail is you're gonna be defaulted to mail, then you gotta go to general. For instance, right? Okay, if I go into new mail, and then go file,
Uh-huh.
and then options.
Uh-huh.
Then it's defaulted as mail, not general.
Okay.
So you just have to switch to general.
Okay.
And then you check that enable services.
Okay.
All right. So from here, you just have to click dictate, dictate. Hi, students.
Oh,
Come on, new line, new line.
That's pretty good.
Back, back. Oh, that one didn't work. All right. So, okay, you gotta keep quiet.
If it's anything like Siri, then it's going to be horrible.
So here,
Because Siri is horrible.
so from here, now it works. You know what? When it's quiet, it's really works great, right? Okay, okay, so let me try again. This is dictation. So you have to turn it off from here. So you have to like click on and click off from the dictation on the top. But no, it gives you a way where you can do dictation, right? Okay, I would recommend just try it, right? So see if it works. It really doesn't work when there's a lot of outside, outside sound, right? I gotta do it in a quiet place, and it works great. It makes it easier for me to like write an email, right? Sometimes depends. All right, so that's dictation. All right. So next is search folder. Show you this awesome tool, right? So I'm gonna go into Outlook again, right? And from your mail, you will see a search folder right here. You see that? Now there's nothing on it. When you click on it, nothing's happening. That's okay, right? Because how search folder works is you have to build it first, right? So, so I'm gonna, what it does basically is it will show emails of a certain criteria. So for instance, right, okay, I wanna see always the emails coming from my boss, right? So I'm gonna right click here, new search folder, and it will bring me to, it'll bring you to the new search folder criteria. So I wanted to show mail from specific people, right? And there's different criterias, right? So I'm just gonna mail from specific people. Then I'm gonna choose who is that. Okay, and I'm gonna put the Rudy, okay, Pam. Oh, actually, okay, by last name. There you go. And from, I'm just gonna double click, either double click so that she appears here, and then click OK, and double check everything, and click OK. And basically, it's gonna search for all emails coming from Pam, right? So it's not putting it on that folder. This is like a search folder, right? So let's say I'm gonna create another one here, new search folder, okay, and maybe search folders from, okay, Kelly Shalene or Shalene. There you go. And then OK, and then OK. And now I have like emails from both of them. If I need to, right? So if I delete this, it's not gonna delete their email, right? So let's say I'm deleting this folder. Are you sure you want to permanently delete this search folder? The item contained in this folder will not be deleted because those items, okay, that you put in, it's just referencing those emails, right? So when you delete the folder, it's not deleting the emails in that folder, because what the search folder is doing is it's searching and referencing, right, okay, the search, okay, and putting it in this folder, right? So instead of me, right, searching, okay, for Pam, okay, on the search over here, I just have to click on search folder, right, okay, and all the emails from that specific person will come up. With me, everybody? Right, so it's a good way of like searching without typing anything because you have a folder that's created for that search already, right? So that's called search folder. Very, very awesome tool, right? So uh, let's see here. Next thing that I want to do, right? Search folder. Oh, search folder right here. Now, okay, so this is a good transition, right? What I could have done, right? Also, right, in the matter of searching, is put in, okay, the name of Pam here. Okay, so I'm gonna put in P Rudy, right, and all the emails coming from Pam, and also emails that has Pam as maybe CC, right?
Okay, okay. My
Will
my
appear.
question for you is wait. My
Yeah,
question
question.
for you is that even if she emails you and that it's in her special folder, how do you know if she emailed you today? Because you know how you get all your mail at one time. Does it
Hmm.
pop up and says Rudy emailed you today, plus all your other emails, or does it
Oh,
show up somewhere else, like on the side? You see how it says inbox, draft, sent items, deleted items? Is it
yeah.
especially somewhere that says on the side, R Pam or R Rudy, P Rudy on the side that tells you that she specifically emailed you? Or is it with all the other email? Because you're just showing us what she has emailed you. Is it her
Yeah.
current email as if she just emailed you right now? And will you see that on your regular mail as well?
So,
Understand the
uh,
question?
so, from what I gather that you're asking is, does it appear on other folders? Is that what you're asking,
Okay,
or
so you see the inbox, right? It says 2,260, right? That's
which
all
is not read?
right.
Hmm.
That's right. That's not red. That
Hmm.
and that's there. But if she emails you, will it go in there and somewhere else or just in there?
So, so your search folder is getting the information from your inbox, right?
Okay.
So
So, so
like
does that mean that you have 8 unread emails from Pam today?
yes, not today.
But I mean, well, just
Like
as an example.
overall,
Right. So, so if you didn't pay attention to that, there could be 9 in there, and you wouldn't realize that she emailed you again.
on this one right here.
Yes. You see how it says 8 right there? Is
Yes.
that 8 also in the 2,260?
There's 8 within the 2,260.
So it does show up in both places.
Yes.
That's my question, because you see how the
Yeah.
8 is there, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't think about it, and you don't scroll down and see her name, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
just looking for her email. If you go into your regular 2,260 emails,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll see that she emailed you there as well. But then the search folder also has the new email in it. So, okay, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to know, because I don't
Yeah.
want to lose an email from somebody important, and just
Mm-hmm.
because I put them in a file, and then, oh my God, I didn't even realize you've been
Mm-mm.
emailing me because I didn't see the file.
Yeah. No. 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 So what? So just to reiterate, like this folder right here is looking at the inbox. So if I erase the folder or prudy on the search folder, it's not gonna erase any of those emails, right? Yeah, because it's only looking at your inbox right here, right? So it's like me searching for prudy here, and emails are showing up. It's the same thing, but instead of me typing here, which is the manual way of searching, right? Which is going here and then doing prudy, right? So when I do that, it shows this email, right? Okay, it's the same emails that will appear if I create this folder right here. So the search folder is just basically doing this. right? Searching for the emails and then showing it up on a folder, right? So that's why it's called search folder, right? So, and then just to reiterate too, it's just looking at your inbox, right? So,
Thank you.
yes. Now, that's the manual way of searching, okay, using this search window over here, right? Now, notice though that, okay, this email, when I did like P. Rudy, right? P. Rudy, right? When I did that, okay, this email came up, okay, which is Francis. Other emails comes up, right? Okay, because maybe you know this emails right here because okay, Pam is copied on it, right? Now sometimes you only want to see everything that has only P. Rudy, right? So what do? So now this search window right here, right? Okay, when okay, and let me just show you like you know, the effect here. Okay, notice okay, notice when not notice your uh your menu, right? Your ribbon, right? When I don't click inside this window right here, right? So it looks different. Watch. Okay, if I click on this window right here, okay, it goes into this search tools. And on the search tools, okay, it creates like options for you to search, okay, from subject, has attachment, category. You know, there's different details that you could search. Now, just to demonstrate the advantage of using this search window and the criteria on the top. Okay, let's say I only want to search all emails that came from P. Rudy, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that out first just to get started. Click on the from, right? When I click on the from, then the search has from sender's name. When I put in P. Rudy, right? And then press enter or not even press enter. Okay, see what happens, right? Okay, or just click on this one. See what happens. It only shows all emails coming from P. Rudy. Do you see that? So it's a different kind of search because it's honing into, right? Okay, just emails coming from her directly. So that's why I always okay refer this okay search window, okay, and making sure that you're using the search tools. Okay, and you can go further, right? Okay, has attachment. Everything coming from her that has attachment. So it piles up, it stacks up, right? Okay, your search is now honing into like things that you want to search because of the search
That's
tools,
a lot.
right?
That's a lot.
It filters it a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so use this. Not a lot of people know this, right? Okay, from so far, right? Okay, that well, I can't say that, right? Okay, but you know, it's one of the things that's not obvious, right? Until somebody shows you or what, right? Okay, that you can go into the window and search more details from the top of the menu. All right, okay. So that one, right? Okay, is search window. And we did a manual search by typing just P. Rudy, or we use the search tools, which is everything from P. Rudy that has attachment. Okay, and you can go further that was sent from this timeline and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool tool. So next thing is blocking and unblocking sender. Right? So let me show you how easy, right? So you might know already, right? So let's say I'm gonna exit out of here, right? So that it goes back into my regular email, right? Okay, go inbox, right? And let's say and most of the time, okay, right now I have it on focus. That's why it's it's sort of filtered already. But if I click on others, right? So I get this like different emails from Cyrus Inside, like HP, right, and so on and so forth, right? So if I want to block those, all I need to do is right click on it, okay, and then junk. See that junk, right? Okay, and block sender, right? So that's how you block your sender. And just in case you made a mistake, right? Okay, and you go into your
What
junk
is that
mail.
junk? What was that other thing that said junk mail on the bottom? I can't see it now, but it said the very last one. What is that?
Junk email option.
Yeah, what is that?
It's just an option for you to specifically. Now, this is the one that I was telling you about. Okay, the filtering of the junk mail could be automated, right? Okay, so when I say automated, Microsoft has a list of emails, spammers, or people who send junk mails. And if you don't, if you, and they have, you could do like low, okay, move, most option obvious. They have a list, okay, might not be like specific, right? Okay, and they go with the list, right? So when you set it to high, it will block everything and anything that has specific content on it, right? Okay, or whatever, right? Okay, it says, right? Okay, so just keywords. Sometimes they go with keywords, and then if you put it too high, if that keyword is caught by Microsoft, then they will block it. Now, the problem with this kinds of email filtering is it might block, okay, what's legit. Then you're not receiving, okay, legit emails. So that's why it's not a good practice to use the high and low,
Is that why?
right?
But then you can go into your junk mail, right, and look for it.
Yeah. So if it's blocked, you go to your junk mail. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna get out that word. So your junk mail is right here, just in case. Okay, it's not you want to enable it and not be blocked, right? Just go to your junk mail and let's say like here, faculty associations as an example, right? Okay, why I blocked this, or why this was blocked. So let's say I don't want to block this, right? Okay, right, you just right click, right? Okay, junk, okay, and never block sender, right there, right? So you can either block the sender or never block sender, right? So
Or not junk. What about if you just put not junk?
um not a junk mail, that would work also, right? So either this one or that one, right? Okay, would work, right? So there's a difference. I totally forgot what the difference between the two. You might have to play with it a little bit, right? Okay, I think the other one is like specific block this, right? So anyway, right? Okay, so that's basically right going into your junk mail, right? And that's how to get to that. So next would be attaching and receiving business cards, right? So let me just show you this as a demo. So if what I showed you before is you can, right? Okay, let's say this guy right here, Michael Strauss. I can click if I want to get him into my contacts, right? Okay, oh my God, that's probably why it was blocked. There's a lot of like links, right? So I could get his name. It doesn't have to. Oh well, this would not be a good example. Okay, what you usually want to create like a well here. I'm just gonna create one, right? So let's say I want to send some of my contacts to you so that you don't have to type everything, right? So I'm just gonna go like I'm gonna send it to myself. So and name it B card, business card, right? So then from there, okay, instead of attaching a file, I'm gonna attach an item right here. When I click on attach an item, there's business card, right? And one of my contacts that I created is James Bond. It's just for fun. So when I click that, okay, you're attaching a V card, a virtual card, or basically a business card. There you go. That's like the address and job and email and right other things. So I'm gonna send it to myself,
Can
and
I ask you
you'll
a
see.
question?
Yeah, go
Now,
ahead.
you know how this email is from the Contra Costa EDU, right? You remember how you had us put a second email in there? Can you
Mm-hmm.
make a business card from your second email as well? You send
It
emails
no-
from
it
your
does.
second email?
So it's not foolproof, right? Okay, because it's not Outlook, right?
Right.
So what I'm showing you, if you have if you're using Outlook and you have the same domain, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Because,
if you use like Google or Yahoo Mail, it's not gonna be it's not sure that it's gonna work, unfortunately.
so
If
if
it's
you
all
send it through
Microsoft, it
your
will.
school one, then you can do that one because it's the Outlook is through school.
Yes. Okay. Right. So I'm sending it to myself, right? Okay. So send. Okay. Ignore B card. That's a wrong spelling. I'm gonna wait for it to come up. I'm just gonna go in and inbox. There you go. So I sent to myself. Let's say I send it to you. All you need to do is open it up, and you'll see that James Bond. Okay, and double click on it. When you double click on it, it opens up. Guess what? Contacts. So you don't have to type anything. You just have to do save and close at that point. With me? So if you're sharing, right, a contact, share a business card and you'll get everything without typing. When I save and close, it's gonna say I have it already, right? So because I have that contact already, it's duplicate. Makes sense, everybody?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like that.
Yeah, pretty cool. So that's business cards, right? Okay. Next is delayed delivery, right? So that delayed delivery is what I was telling you about earlier, right? Okay, let's say you want to automate sending anniversary greeting email, okay, to a person, but you're so busy, you can actually send it on that anniversary date, right? Okay, set it up so that it will automatically send it to them, right? So let me just demonstrate that part. So from here, I'm just gonna create a new mail, and then from the new mail, I'm gonna click on option, and all of this, like what to click, is on that on your objectives on your canvas, and you can notice that from there, right? Okay, you have delay delivery right here. So when you click delay delivery, right? Okay, this is just an example. Do not deliver before, right? Okay, at a certain time. Today's the 18th, right? Let's say I'm gonna put it to 7:50, maybe 7:50, right? It's not gonna go until 7:50, right? So I'm just gonna close. By the way, to enable, I'm gonna go 7:51. You go to 7:50 already, right? So that's all you need to do, and then close, right? Okay, I'm gonna go and send it to myself, right? And test delay and send. And when you send something with a delay, it's gonna be on the outbox. See that? That's how you know that it's not sent. It is still on your local computer. Later on, right, okay, while I'm demonstrating, it's gonna send it. And that outbox is gonna be not number one anymore. If I click on this one, outbox, it's still there. See the test delay? It's not being sent until 7:51. Now it's not. It's gonna be a little bit of delay. I noticed that it was a minute delay, right? Okay, but it will go in and send it after, right? So while we're waiting, right? Okay, let me go into the next topic. Outlook delivery delay, and this is I put in like an example of how it works also, right? So next is recall send email, right? So let's say you accidentally sent an email and you want to recall that. The steps are: go to the sent email folder, go to maximize screen, or not maximize, not go to maximize your screen, and then choose actions recall, right? So let me demonstrate that. So by the way, see, outbox went out already on that delayed delivery. And there you go, it's delivered back to me. So next would be what if I want to recall, right? Okay, if I send something and I want to recall what I sent. Okay, let me see if it works for myself, because I just send it to myself. So thing to remember, because this is one thing that everybody forgets. Where do I start? You have to start with the sent item. And then mind you again, you cannot recall if somebody opened it already, the recipient opened it already. You can only recall when it's not open yet, right? So now let's say I sent something and I want to recall it because it was a mistake. I go to sent item, I go to that email, right? Okay, but I have to maximize that email so that I see the option for actions, right? So I'm going to double click. When I double click, then I see action right here, or move, sorry. Right, okay, is it action or move? There you go, it's actually action. I was right the first time. And do you see that recall this email? Now the recall this email, how it works is, it's really not seamless, because when you recall this email, okay, it's gonna ask the permission of the person that you sent to, right? So it's gonna prompt them. So when you recall the email, you could either delete unread copies of the message, or delete unread copies and replace this with a new mail or new message. And that's where you go in order for you to go and recall an email. All right, so you're gonna play with this, all of this, because let's click OK there.
How do you know if the person has not read it or not?
It's tricky. It's really tricky how that works, right? Okay. There is this read receipt that's supposed to
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
So this read receipt basically is when you send something,
Yeah.
you're asking for Outlook to send you a delivery receipt that it was delivered.
Yeah.
And then it will also ask that person it will ask them a question that you wanted a read receipt.
Yeah.
So it's still manual. They have to say yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's not foolproof, right? But it's a way for you to, just instead of sorry, I send this, so on and so forth, right? Okay, you could just send that retract or that recall, right? So now let me just show you how this works. This other one, right? Request delivery and request delivery and read receipt. That's basically when you send something, it's gonna ask for read receipt or delivery receipt, like them telling you that yes, I've received it, right? So how this works, right? Okay, is you go to new email, tracking group, okay, and then request delivery and read receipt. So this one I'm gonna send, and then just let's see what happens. We're not gonna wait for it to go, but I'm gonna send you guys an email just for trial, right? And I think I created a group called BOT. There you go. There you go. I think it doesn't have everybody's name, but a couple of you would have that. So I'm sending that email, and then I'm gonna go into options, tracking. See that tracking? Options, tracking, and then there is where you can click request for delivery receipt and request for read receipt. right? So I'm just gonna put in test, read, and delivery receipt so that you know how it looks like, right? So it's actually gonna ask you, right? Okay, and then just gonna put test over here. So don't think it has everybody's name, but I'm just gonna send it. And then it's the first one, which is the delivery receipt. Okay, it's gonna happen when my Outlook sends it out. All right, so that's basically the delivery receipt. Yeah, so I'm gonna send. See, so I receive Brandy. Oh, well, actually, this is everybody, right? Okay, starting with Brandy, it's alphabetical. Okay, I got like a delivery receipt right away because it's being it went out of my email system. Okay, I know that it's out of my email system because Outbox is nothing.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Is it asking for a read receipt?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, right. Okay, so when you click yes, try to go click yes, Jamie,
Okay. Let me see.
and then so that everybody sees.
Well, I, for instance, I can't get back to it now because I went out of it.
Oh no! Actually, I think you did you most likely have clicked it.
Yeah.
So it is not immediate, right? Because it goes to the whole email system, right? Okay, but if you say yes, right? Okay, then I would receive something that yes, Jamie have read the email. That's basically how it works.
Yes, I pulled it.
Right, so for those who received it, right, okay, try to say yes, and then so that we can show how it looks like on my end, right, okay, when something is received, and when something responded as a yes to read.
Okay.
All right, okay, so anyway, while waiting, let's go to the next one. Quick steps, right? So that's how quick steps works, right? Okay, I'm just gonna show you in a nutshell, and then you could play around with it, right? Okay, and so how it works is this. Okay, you're gonna love this. Watch, right? So how quick step works, right? Okay, is you might not notice it, but on the front page of your or in the email page, you'll see quick step right here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, right, okay, is basically set up the to manager and team email. And what it is when I click on it, right? So when I click onto manager, right? So it emails, right, okay, to myself, basically because I set it up that way, right? The to manager would be like emailing to a specific person already. So it might not be like that awesome, right? Okay, but on the team email, I set it up so that it will email to all of you, right? Okay, when I click send, right? So it's set up already, right? So when I click team email, so that a group email that I created is on the top, so that I don't have to go into like open up a new mail, look for the group email. So because I've set it up that way already, right? So that's called quick step. And then let me show you like the power of quick step. See, if I click create a new quick step, and I will say, all right, email team or email class, let's say. And then I have to like say action would be, and would be deleting, moving, permanent. Add an action for that one. New message, right? Okay, and the two would be everybody BOT, right? So if I want to create an email, if I always email to you guys, and then if I want after emailing, okay, to put that email into a certain folder, right? So I can add an action, okay, and that action, okay, move the folder. Then I have to create the folder. So you choose a folder. Let's say I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in a certain folder called boss for now, right? Other folder. Oh yeah, I can do other folder and then new, and then create a folder called BOT22242. There you go. Click OK. Click OK. And then finish, right? I could add more action if I want to, like put a category, right? Okay, or something. So I could, with one click, it will do all the actions that I've created here. When I click finish, right, it's done. So whenever I click on, see that quick step is now here, called email class. So when I click email class, it has that. And when I send the email, it's not only emailing everybody, but also putting that email into the folder called boss, right? So the test, quick step. Test right here. When I send that, so it's sending to everybody.
Now, where's the folder for boss?
The folder is, what folder did I created it?
You said boss, didn't you?
No, I put it under BOT, I think.
I think you put it under inbox.
Is it in inbox? Okay. There you go. BOT. There you go. See?
Okay, yeah.
If I click that, see?
Okay.
It's gonna come in like later on, right? Okay, so the main thing, right? The main thing is it's doing a lot of things. Oh, there's Joseph who responded. Oh, there's a couple who responded already. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's your read receipt. Yeah. Others didn't work, right? So let's see. You'll have time to play with this, guys. So that's the quick step, right? Okay. So we're gonna be extending a little bit, guys. So I promise the last part of this is like the templates. It's really what you want to use, right? So, but let's do the drag appointments or email to desktop, right? So watch this. So I've seen this done, okay, before on one of, right, okay, like one of the companies that I work with, okay, they do a lot of contracts, okay, on casinos, okay, which is the marble and tile. So they get a lot of, like, bids and email back and forth. And what they asked me to is, can we keep all of those emails on a folder inside, your desktop, or your, like, in a folder, like a file, right? And I said, yes, you can. How can you do that, right? So you have to, like, set up your window first, right? So set up your window so that you can see your desktop. I'm gonna exit out of some of the things that I have here. I have a lot of emails. Save that draft. There you go. So all you need to do first is make sure, okay, put this on the side, okay, and make sure that you have the desktop, or you can see the desktop in front of you, right? Okay, and in fact, I wouldn't recommend putting it in the desktop, but let's just see it, right? So I can actually click Joseph, drag Joseph here, and I've created a file, right? Okay, a file of that email receipt. So you can actually drag things, okay, and it will create that file, Okay, when you drag it. So I just deleted it. What I recommend is going and opening up a folder, right? So instead of dragging it, right, okay, to the desktop, just create a folder, right? Okay, I'm just gonna create a test folder. Oh, there's another test folder. Create that folder, so instead of you dragging into the desktop, you drag it on this folder right here. Same thing, right? So, and you can do that also on appointments. Drag appointments into this, so that later on you could just go and you can rename it, so that you know what email is this, what message is this, right? So you're like looking at this as a file. Okay, right. So that's basically dragging appointments or emails to desktop. Now, calendar, right? Okay, when you go into your calendar, you can actually go into, and let me just go put this on the side right here, and then open up your calendar on the other side. Let's say you're on the calendar. Okay, from the calendar, you can actually control G. Okay, when you control G, you can go to a specific date. Okay, so you can go to a specific date. You can click on here. It's like a go-to, right? Or you can go in to like 2 weeks from now, and it will bring you 2 weeks from now, Monday, right? So, or you can do first Friday in May. So when you control G, you can actually type things into that date, and it will bring you to that specific date. All right, so that's using calendar go to date to navigate to your calendar by doing Control G. Template, right? So I've created this template right here so that just to give you the power of creating templates. Cancel out of here first. Maximize this. Right, okay, actually minimize that, fill this window, minimize. So, and this specific one, right, okay, I created this template and drag it to the desktop, same thing as I've showed earlier, right? You can do those things. And this is because I wanted to email advisors. I want to invite advisors to advise us about the new program that I am creating, right? So instead of me emailing, right, okay, and I want it to be like one at a time, right? Okay, so I created a template, right, so that I don't have to type all of those things. So watch what happens when you create a template. So I created this template, okay, and it has all of the wordings on that template, right? And all I need to do is put in who I want to send that template to, right? So one thing that I didn't do is when I created the template, I didn't erase the signature, so it's doubling up, because whenever you create like an email, okay, I set it so that it creates a signature, so it's doing 2 signatures, right? So how did I do this, right? So if you want to create an email, right, okay, that's like a template, right? So you can do that, right, okay, by following these instructions right here. Okay, so create a template and save it as, right, okay, save it as, okay, on the template location, right? So it's pretty easy how it works. So let me just show you from how it works, right? Okay, and you'll see how that is so easy. So from here, I'm just gonna click on mail, and it's like creating a new email, From there, I'm not gonna put in anybody, right? Okay, and let's say I'm gonna do a test template, and then I have the verbiage already, so I'm just gonna paste that. It was great meeting you at RSA. So this is very, I'm actually thinking of using this, right, Kate, to do some invitation of advisors. Yeah, so I want to create this template so that I don't have to type over and over again. This time I'm gonna take out the signature because it's gonna create a signature anyways later. So watch what happens, how easy this is to create a template. You gotta save it. You gotta go File, yes. And then from there, right, okay, all you need to do is go into, see that Save As Type? Make sure to choose Outlook template. And it created it right here, see? So now that you have that Outlook template, all you need to do is copy it or send it to the desktop, basically. So I'm gonna probably I'm gonna change the name because I have another one that looks the same, right? So I'm just gonna put in here as version 2. Version 2. So save it. So let me go back to it. File, save as, just so that I can copy it, right? So what I did is I went into the Outlook template, right? So it's this one, the version 2, right? So I wanted to go into my desktop, so I right-click on it, and then send to desktop right there as a shortcut. So I'm gonna click that, send to the desktop. I'm not gonna save anymore. I've created it. It's on that right location. I'm gonna exit out of here. I'm gonna exit out of here because I created this template already. So now all I need to do, go find that template. Okay, so which is this one, right? Version 2. This is the other one, right? So if I double click on it, it basically creates that whole template for you, right? So see that how that works, guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's really easy to use, and it's automation so that you don't have to, right, type all of those things, right? Okay, so I think it's last topic right now. We're not gonna try the voting anymore, right? Okay, I just wanted to show you, right, okay, that you can change the theme or the look of your Outlook if you want, right? So I'm gonna exit out of here, go back to Outlook, and you can do that change by going into File and Office Account, right? When you go File, Office Account, you can actually change the color or your background. This is just the background right here. If I go change this to Circle T, changing the upper right corner, okay, that office background. Okay, not really a big change. The big change is the color, dark gray, black, white, right, which is what going back, right? So you can actually change how it looks like, and there you go. So you can change how it looks like from there.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, right? So I want to skip that other ones too. You just have to play with it, right? Okay. The voting button, right? Okay. But that's not on the homework, right? So there's a couple of things that we need to do on week 8, right? Such as we're on our last week, so you have to do what's due for this week. You have a lab. Basically, it's whatever we did today. You just have to do it again. Okay, but what's due for this week is make sure you watch week 8 Zoom recording, which is this recording, right? So read your objectives, complete your lab, do your discussion, and your finals, which is by March 24th, right? So which is Sunday.
So is that considered our final or what?
Your finals will be different.
Oh,
Your
come
finals
on.
will be
So
like
when are
the
finals
next
due?
half. Okay, right. So March 24. So let me make it like on Monday, March 25. Are you good with that?
So you're giving us a final and you're only giving us one day to do it?
Oh, come on.
No, you have the whole week to do it.
But you're gonna release it today.
Hmm?
You're gonna
I will have it by tomorrow, the latest.
okay.
And it's not gonna be hard, right? Okay, and you'll have time to do it, right? So I'll put it on Wednesday. How's that? Help?
You mean it's due in on Wednesday or it's due in on Monday? So
It's due on
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
You what?
Next,
Okay.
so I'll put it to Wednesday so that it doesn't it doesn't cram too much time because you have a lot that you have to do still.
I'm sure everybody appreciates it.
All right. Okay. So I just want to say that I appreciate you guys hanging in there, and I see from your submission that you're learning a lot. Whose baby is that? Right.
My grandson.
Your grandson. Son. Oh my God, Denise. You don't have a picture?
You want a picture?
So how old is your grandson
He's
now?
1 year.
1 year. Wow. Okay. Anyway, before I get distracted with the grandson, right? Okay. That's very distracting, right? Okay. I want to make sure that everybody knows what to do, and I'm gonna put in fact, I'm gonna put the deadline already to the 26th, right? Is that right?
So week 8
So
is
27, right? Your finals is due on the 27th.
so when is so when is this one due? Week 8.
Week 8 is due. Week 8 is due on. Well, usually it's Friday.
Well, you said
I'll do it Monday. I'll do it Sunday. Sorry. So this is 27, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and everything is due on Sunday except for the finals. Finals will be next Wednesday. You're good?
So that means we have 3 days to work the final.
Your finals is next week.
Okay.
The March 27. Right now it's March 18. You have a week and 3 days.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Okay. All right. So, hey, so everybody, just while I have you guys here too, okay, I'm offering different classes next semester. One big one is routing and switching, which is CCNA 2. So we got that approved. It's going through next semester, right? So for those who are interested in continuing with the IT technician pathways, right? Okay, or okay, networking and IT, right? Okay, that'll be the next thing if you've done CCNA 1 already.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, right? Okay, any other question?
No, and thank you, Francis.
Thank you very much, everybody. So Denise, no picture, right, Denise?
Give me 1 minute.
That's okay, Denise. You can show me when you visit me.
Well, I could.
Oh, it's back already. That's okay.
Let's see the picture.
Oh, you want to see the picture? Look at what you did.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I went into my how do you do the picture?
See that see this thing right here? Okay, you here? Oh, you can't see it. That's right. There's that control where you have stop video or start video.
Well, how do I get it on?
Oh, it's not there. Oh. Hmm. On the bottom,
There I am.
I see.
Oh, there you go. I see you. Where's
Yeah.
the baby? I can't see the baby.
This is my Antonio.
Ah, hello. Hello. Are you in California, Denise, or are you somewhere else?
California.
California. Yeah.
So hard.
Look at
He's
that.
cute.
See that?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Mhm. You
want
wanna
to see
look?
the newest edition?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll go show you my grandbaby.
Oh, it's not that. Oh, okay, that's the other one.
That one just turned 1 year old. I have a brand new one
Yeah.
that is just a week old. Here's my princess.
Oh, look at the little teeny one.
Sleeping. Oh, look at that. How many pounds?
She was born 7 pounds, 13 ounces, 17 and 3/4 inches.
Wow. Congratulations, Grandma.
Today she weighs 7.5 pounds.
Wow.
Just a little hard.
He's
you for
well behaved.
Yeah. Thank you for showing that. All right.
Oh, it's my pride and joy. That's what parents live for, is their grandbabies.
All right. So I'm gonna let you go, guys. Right? Okay. Thank you again for attending my class. Right? Okay.
So are you doing any classes the
Thank
second part?
you.
Second part.
Good night.
Like tomorrow, do you start classes on Monday?
No. Yeah. Like a second part of Outlook. No, there's only one part.
No. Like, some classes, I have some classes starting Monday, like new classes.
Oh.
Like,
Oh yeah. No. I'm not.
Outlook or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So, but anyway, thank you very much, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
I'll see you Wednesday.
All
Maybe
right.
Thursday. I'll
Okay.
come bother you.
All right. We'll be flying drones on Wednesday.
Well, then that gives me a reason to come to class, right?
Yes.
Have a good night.
Good
Great
night.
class. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, Francis.
Good night. Goodbye, Jamie.
All right.
How do you hang up on this thing?
Yeah,
I'm
it's not.
using my cell phone. I don't ever use my cell phone. I use my computer.